So I'm Zane from SAZ. I produce, I play the guitar, and I obviously write a lot of the songs. I've been producing under the name of SAZ since 2012, and yeah, I do all of the above. Well, being from London is without doubt a melting pot of different musical styles. Like, I've been playing guitar since I was about 8 or 9, so growing up through high school I got to watch bands like Block Party and Panic at the Disco and different bands that actually came from not just London but from England, and it's the British sound that I think I was able to very much hone into with the stuff that we make now, as opposed to it being London. It's just a lot easier to work with said artists when everyone's in London. I reckon that's more of where I've had an advantage of being based around here. The ability to work with different talent I actually like and appreciate, and the ability for them to be 2 trains away rather than on the other side of the world. Yeah. Well, for me, there's 2 sides to me creating music. There's the element that is for myself, which is really what's kept me going. I love to explore my own creative thoughts and sounds, and whatever I'm going through is kind of like a journal and kind of a soundtrack for my own life as I've been going through. That's kept me motivated on that side. But then on the releasing side of things, it's been people and people's responses to things, and where I may have released something and where I've been going through something and then I've moved on in my life, and other people have messaged me letting me know that that helped them through when they were going through that type of stuff. That's the thing that kind of keeps me going, because I realize that yes, I do it for myself, but it's no longer just for me. It's for everyone and whoever wants to hear it and build their missions of it. So yeah, I found that as where with every field, people have kind of been forced to retrain and reskill, and I find that for me it's been more of a step back and getting back to other type of creative things that I used to do. I used to paint, I used to write novels, I used to do all these different types of creative arts that as I focused on music and put in my 10,000 hours, I kind of strayed away from. So musically I've always had tons of albums there, but creatively I feel like I've got so much more of a chance with the time I've had, whether it be the periods of time where I was working from home or having more time outside of work contracts to be at home and not really have to stress so much about driving up and down the country. I've definitely had time to get back into finishing my novels, and I'm happy about that. So going back to why I do it, like a part of the bit where it comes to making with other people is that there were people that taught me certain things that propelled me in how I was able to then manifest my writing, manifest my production, and I'm just trying to keep that train of inspiration and knowledge going. Like when we first met and you weren't necessarily recording stuff, but I knew I've always had the ability to see someone's talent, especially when they definitely can't see it in themselves, but when I see how they can push that and take it somewhere where I can't even see it going, that's what really gets me with getting artists before they get that bit of knowledge. I don't really care so much about taking them on as my artists, but definitely within the family, that's kind of the idea of just being there and because that's another thing, there's so many snaky, fakey people out in the industry. It's that like, I don't like people like that. So if I get a sense from someone that they're already got the right sense of heart, and I don't want to see that be lost, more so than the talent, it's the heart that I don't want to see get lost. And that's why I surround myself with these people that are young in the game in that sense. Yeah. I mean, it came from 2 places. There was a time where I wasn't self-sufficient, but not because I thought I needed to have other people, but because I wanted to have other people along with the journey. And then as time went on and life and journeys take you in different places, I kind of was forced to have to learn to mix to a high degree. I was forced to have to learn to master my stuff. I was forced to have to play all the instruments where my bands had gone around the world and split off to do different things. And I think it's been more of a case of, I feel like self-sufficiency is the key to be able to teach anything too. So going back to my other missions, it's all within my train of thought of what I'm trying to do. Being self-sufficient allows me to teach other people to be self-sufficient, and then that's the train I want to keep going. This year, I've got a very upbeat, dancey project called No Plans, Just Vibes. Like, that project is 7 songs long, and I'm trying to decide who I want to pitch this to. We've always been self-sufficient in our releases too, but I wouldn't mind reaching out to different labels just to see what type of interest we can get in getting funds towards getting other stuff to build and keep things going. So I've got that project, we've got the Dreadful Part 2 project, currently standing at, 22 songs. Yeah, that has ended up becoming more of a project because it's a fusion of our Go Home Club project that we didn't release last year and the Dreadful Part 2. So that's why it ended up being 22 songs. It was two 11-song projects that I was. But then with that, that's twice as much mixing, where when I'm doing it all by myself, it takes time. So yeah, between SAZ, we've got those two projects that we're focusing on. We've got a whole variety of collaboration projects with yourself and with Charlie and all different types of artists that I'll definitely be posting up on all the socials to make sure people can see what they're up to separate from us. And then creatively outside of SAZ, I plan to be getting my car channel going, my interior design channel going, the book that I was writing, I'm trying to finish that off. I'm on Act 3, so I'm pretty much there with that. So yeah, I'm in a good place. Yeah, despite everything else, it's been a very busy year. In all the right ways, good busy.
I'm glad to hear it, man.